didn't even press the record button. And the music is up. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Justin, and today we are listening to a viewer's choice. This is the band IQ with their song The Road of Bones. This is a viewer's choice by Sidehard Dog, Eli, Frank, PG, and Nando. Thank you guys so much for the recommendation. This is off the album of the same name, The Road of Bones, which was released in 2014. You guys have been recommending this specific song to me for a long time, so I've had it on my list. Finally got to it. Can you guys see it? It's a very long list. It's long, okay? It's long. Anyways, you guys can join me on Twitter. You guys can join me in the comments down below. I hope that you're having an amazing day and an amazing time here with me on the channel. Let's do it. This is Road of Bones, or The Road of Bones, by IQ.
Finds my night's work. Lights the remnants on display. I do not seek forgiveness. Nothing to absolve. For now the need is met. I almost hate myself. Almost, but not quite. They survey the frozen scene, the cold countenance the arcane ritual observed. I will see this whole thing through if I just keep my nerve. All the journeys I've retraced to return me to this place. I do not walk alone as I build the road of bones.
No, 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 no. I do not know much about IQ, okay? I've heard one song from them. Looking at the album cover, obviously we're thinking dark, we're thinking brooding, something evil, something heavy. Okay. On first listening to most of this song, as I'm going through, I'm like, okay, it's not really heavy. There is a very dark atmosphere being built, absolutely. But it's more of a solemn loneliness kind of dark, rather than a heavy evil dark. Okay, that's fine. I was thrown off, but not bad. But throughout the whole song, it finds a very nice place. This song is what I would say has perfect build-up. And what I mean by that is, in the very beginning of the song, it's building up strictly with piano, atmosphere. You get some very heavy strings, orchestral, that come in. Do you guys like the way that I say orchestral? I don't know, do people say orchestral? I say orchestral. I don't know, I like that little anyways. And it finds a very nice foundation in that atmosphere. Okay, but in your mind, you're wondering, is it going to stay like at this level, or is it going to build up into something? And it does. The groove that it transitions into is perfect. Why is this transition, this first release, so perfect? I'll tell you why. Because IQ knows how to transition. They established an atmosphere in that first part. At this section, they let the tail end of that atmosphere flow in as they bring in the drums and bass to set up a groove. But what does that groove do? It does what a perfect transition should do. It doesn't overpower the song. It doesn't take away from the atmosphere that they spent 2 minutes and 37 seconds building. What it does is it takes that atmosphere and it empowers that atmosphere. Sometimes when you bring in drums and the bass and the guitar and all these other instruments into that, sometimes it has a habit of taking away and stripping that personality that you built so hard in the previous part. It has a habit of taking all that work and just tossing it to the side for a cool groove. Here they move and groove perfectly into this section, and it sounds so good. The drums and the bass together only empower and accent that atmosphere that was originally brought in and created. In other words, nothing is lost in transition. Perfect. That's like all I needed. Like, I was extremely happy with that. I didn't need another build up. I didn't need a climax. Like, I was good there. I was like, oh, I did not expect that. I'm set. But IQ, they tapped me on the shoulder. They said, come over here, I got something for you. They pulled back the curtain and they showed me their true plans the whole time. They showed me where they were taking me. That synth, that reverberating synth, the echoes of it, and you feel it, like you feel something coming. You don't know what is they just are they gonna what are they what are we doing? IQ, Road of Bones, is how you perfectly build up a song without losing anything along the way of building up that song. The song is very brooding and somewhat monochromatic, even in the singing, which is done by Peter. I really do like his voice, by the way. He has the perfect voice for conveying this type of emotion. Now, I don't know how he sounds with other things, but I'd be willing to bet that he sounds pretty good. He plays the part of what I can only imagine is a serial killer of some sort perfectly. A calm and collected creepiness. There's something very professional to his evil. He's not insane in an outwardly way. There's nothing crazy on the exterior. It's all inside. And he conveys that and shows that perfectly, I think, in his vocals, because his voice is very calming. It's very natural. It's even kind of relaxing. But it's what he's talking about and the internal conflict that really drives the emotion behind it all. The drums and the bass coming in, unobtrusive, like I said, just adding structure and rhythm to an already moody piece. Paul Cook on the drums, keeping it simple but adding a little bit of flair that I think is really nice to kind of break up the monotony of it all. The electronic elements are very well done. All of the atmospheres are super good because none of them are overly complicated either. They're not adding a ton of sounds, a ton of chords, a ton of things just to say, you know what, let's build this big, complicated mess of an atmosphere to show how scary this story is. But it's the personality that goes along with it. And of course, the big moment when the guitars and drums let loose, even the singing is heightened, which if I go to the lyrics very much matches with the story at this point. From what I can tell, it's telling the story of the serial killer. I can only assume that law enforcement is looking for him, and he laughs basically. He says, their dumb shock of reactions, what it's for. Full of nothing and I won't be ignored. They got sirens and all the nervous force, they concede a good death's its own reward. It's almost like he's laughing at how futile their efforts are going to be. They're not going to catch him, he's just going to laugh in their face. And the sun is going to rise once again tomorrow with the Road of Bones getting even longer. Now, I don't know if this is part of a concept album or not, but I would imagine it probably is. Yeah, this is just a really good song. I'm really impressed by this one. This I would like to listen to the rest of this album. This I like. I kind of talked about the lyrics a little bit already, but I really like the way that the song opens up. And morning finds my night's work, lights the remnants on display. I do not seek forgiveness, nothing to absolve. For now the need is met. I almost hate myself. Almost, but not quite yet. Really great self-reflection in the lyrics from the viewpoints of the killer, where he says, I don't seek forgiveness, there's nothing to absolve. Like he's done nothing wrong. He has certain needs, and for now they're met. And it says that he almost hates himself, almost, but not quite. I really like the personality given to the character in the lyrics. The songwriting is great. As I mentioned, the build-up is absolutely perfect and nailed. I think this is a great song, so thank you for the recommendation. Of course, I want to know what you guys think. Did you like this song? Did you not like this song? Do they have better songs? I don't know, because this was really good. You can join me on Twitter. You can join me in the comments down below. I really, really sincerely thank you so much for the recommendation and for watching. Share the video. Please don't forget to do that. And I hope that you have a great night. Thank you. Bye.